Hello, my name is Colin Swift, and this is an aquaponics system crash course. Today we're going to learn how to start an aquaponics system. It's an easy 12-step process. In the beginning, where you take raw lumber and materials, tools, and a tank, and you turn it into the finished product, which we have here is the tank, the raw materials holding a garden bed and the plants that we plan on growing, as well as the light above it. Step one is you need to make a plan. You either need to find one, like this one on wikihow.com, or you need to draw one yourself, like this cartoon. Step two is all about your location. You need to house it in a 65 to 80 degree weather, or 80 degree temperature room, with roughly 60% humidity. This is mine. I have it in a southwest corner for the most optimal sunlight for my plants, just in case, while it's darker in the wintertime. So I have a light above it for when it gets dark in the wintertime, and then my tank below it. And it has to be a sturdy location for it too. You can see I have a pretty sturdy hardwood floor on below it. Step three is acquiring the tools and materials. For first, the housing and shelving. Pretty simple. You need the lumber and all your tools. Chop saw, jigsaw, power saws, or power tools, tape measure, screws, pencil. For the aquarium, you need the actual tank, submersible water pump, air pump, tank heater, gravel, the appropriate length tubing, as well as your fish. For your garden, for your plants, you need the bed, the growing medium, which would be sand, soil, or rock, your netted pots, grow lights, and your desired seeds. Step 4 is construction time. But before you construct anything, you need to make sure you measure your aquarium. So you can measure out each cut of lumber accordingly, and you need to measure your garden bed to fit on top. Then you can start constructing following the predetermined plan online or your self-sketch. And you always need to remember to build enough support. An easy way to remember is a 10-gallon tank is roughly 110 pounds. Step 5 is you can assemble the aquarium. First you need to clean the tank and the gravel before you do anything, and then you could add the gravel and then all the components, which are the tank filter, heater, the appropriate length tubing or the piping, the water pump, and the air pump. Step 6 is assembling the garden. You need to figure out how you're going to drain the water from the garden bed after it's pumped up from the tank. You need to figure out if it's going to be a bell siphon, an ebb and flow. Here's an ebb and flow, or a flood and drain, where you take the water and you flood it on a timer, and then after a little while it times it, and then it just drains all the way back down, so on and so forth. You need to drill holes for the appropriate, where some of the water may go through for tubing. You need to make adjustments, and then you can fill the bed with the growing medium. Step 7 is go ahead and test run, and here's a little test run from one that I've been working on. You can see the pump with the tubing going up to the garden bed right up here. Here's my lamp. Here are the netted pots with the herbs, and here's the drain. So I have mine on an ebb and flow where it's just constantly running like that. Step 8, you need to then balance the water chemicals, the pH, the ammonia, the nitrites, and the nitrates. pH needs to be roughly about 6 to 7, high 7, or low 7, high 6. And then the ammonia, which the fish produce, comes up and turns into nitrites, which we need to be 0 parts per milliliter in the tank, which is why we're pumping them up. And then the nitrites are absorbed into the plants, which then they turn into nitrates, which are not harmful to the fish, which are pushed back into the tank as clean water. Step 9, go ahead and add your fish. So according to pethelpful.com, the best fish for a personal aquaponics system would be betta fish, Cory catfish, fancy guppy. And make sure you do not put any bottom feeders or shrimp in there because they're cleaning all the things that you need for your plants. Step 10, throw your seeds in. And then go ahead and let step 11, let nature do its thing. And then finally, step 12, you can go ahead and harvest your fresh herbs and veggies and fruits and enjoy them forever. Now, aren't symbiotic relationships great? Look at all this food that you can have. Now, you stay classy, Com 315. Thank you.